Shuddhi means to purify. So before we start worshiping Lord Krishna and doing puja or chanting Hare Krishna, we come to a clear meditation that we're not the body. Eternal spirit souls, we're calling out to Krishna. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, say shh. Let's read it together. I am by nature the eternal servant of Krishna, but by misfortune due to be inimical towards him since time immemorial. I have been wandering within the cycle of birth and death in the material world, being burnt by the threefold miseries. Now, as a result of some unimaginable good fortune, by the mercy of my spiritual master, I know that an infinitesimal living being, completely apart from the gross and subtle body. Now, by the order of my spiritual master, I have obtained the good fortune of serving his lotus feet, as well as the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shri Radha Madan Mohan. And would you like to learn a verse? When anybody says if you'd like to learn a verse, always just say yes. Before you even know what it is. Here we go. I'll say the line and then you repeat. Naham vipro na cha narapatir na pi vaishyo na shudro. Naham varni na cha kripatir no vanasto yatirva. Kintu prodyan nikla paramananda purnam ratabdher. Gopi bharatu padakamalayor das dasanu dasaha. And now we'll read the translation together. I'm not a Brahmana, I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor am I a Brahmachari, a householder, a Vanaprastha, or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is just an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance. And sankalpa means to make a determination, make a stated purpose for your chanting. So, Prabhupada writes in the Bhagavatam, when the mind acts under the spiritual urge, it acts wonderfully for going back home, back to Godhead, for life in complete bliss and eternity. Therefore, the mind has to be manipulated by good and unalloyed intelligence. Perfect intelligence is to render service unto the Lord. One should be intelligent enough to understand that the living being is, in all circumstances, a servant of this servant. Check it. It's not a servant of the circumstances. And sankalpa, we can say together, my dear Lord Krishna, dear Shri Harinam Prabhu, if you so desire, please empower us to chant your holy names with love and devotion. Thank you for considering our request. Do you have another slide? Una más? Okay, now let's say Panchatattva mantra, and we're going to chant 108 mahamantras. 108 mahamantras. How many? 108. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, I'm getting ready. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. You can go at your own pace. Would you like to do in unison or at your own pace? Unison? Okay, here we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yasya smarana matrena janma sansara bandhanat vimuchyate namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. Sri Isopanisad. Okay? It's a democracy. You can vote. Veto power. Okay, we got 2 votes. I got to campaign harder. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Tena Tyaktena Bunjita Magrira Kasya Siddhanam Purvane Veha Karmani Jijivishekshadam Samaha Evam Tvainam Yaketosti Nakarma Lipite Nare Asuryanamate Loka Antena Tamasavritaha Tamste Vritya Vigachanti Ye Ke Chatmahano Janaha Aneja Vikam Manaso Javiyo Naina Deva Apnuvam Purvanoshat Radhavato Jnana Yeti Tishtad Dasminapo Mattarishva Dadati Tadejati Tannaijati Tadure Tadvantike Tadantarasya Sarvasya Tadu Sarvasya Bhayataha Yastu Sarvani Bhutani Atmanyeva Upashyati Sarva Bhuteshu Chatmanam Tato Na Vijagupsate Yasmin Sarvani Bhutani Atmaivad Vijanataha Tatra Ko Muhakashoka Ekadvam Anupashyataha Sapayagatshu Brahmakayam Avranam Asnaviram Shuddham Apapavidham Tadirmanishi Bharyabhusvayambhur Yathatyapyaturtham Yadathashastapibhya samabhyaha Antam tama pravishyanti Ye vidyamupasate Tato puya ivate kamo Ya uvidyayam rataha Anyareva urvidyaya Anyarahuravidyaya Iti shushu madhiranam Yenasta vichichakshire Vidyancha vidyancha yas Tadvedo vayam saha Avidyayam ritum tirtva Vidyayam ritum ashnute Andantama pravishyanti Ye viduttim upasate Tato puya ivate kamo Ya usambhutyam rataha Anyareva husambhavad Anyarahurasambhavad Iti shushu madhiranam Yenasta vichishakshire Sambhutim cha vinasham cha Yastad vedo vayam saha Vinashena mrityum tirtva Sambhutyam ritumashnute Hiranyayena patrena Satyasya pihitam bukham Tattvam pusham napavranu Satyadharmaya drishtaye Pusham nekarshe Yamasurya prajapatya Yuha rashmin sabuha Tejo yakte rupam kalyanatamam Tate pashyami yosavasa purusha sohamasmi Vayur anilam amritam Atedam vashmantam shariram Om kritos smara kritam smara Kratos smara kritam smara Agnenaya supatavaya sman Vishvani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyotyasmastu Bhagranameno Bhuyishtante Nama Uktim Vidhema Shri Isopanisad Sampurnam Hari Om. Translation. Personality of God is perfect and complete. And because He is completely perfect, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, the personality of God is perfect and complete. And because He is perfectly complete, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. Everything, animate or inanimate, that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way, for that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. Although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead is swifter than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place he controls those who supply the air and rain, he surpasses all in excellence. The Supreme Lord walks and does not walk. He is far away, but he is very near as well. He is within everything, and yet he is outside of everything. He who sees systematically everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks, in quality one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? Such a person must factually know the greatest of all, the personality of Godhead, who is unembodied, omniscient, beyond reproach, without veins, pure and uncontaminated, the self-sufficient philosopher who has been fulfilling everyone's desire since time immemorial. Those who engage in the culture of nascent activities shall enter into the darkest region of ignorance. Worse still are those engaged in the culture of so-called knowledge. The wise have explained that one result is the knowledge, and that a different result is obtained from the culture of nescience. Only one who can learn the process of nescience and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality. Those who are engaged in the worship of demigods enter into the darkest region of ignorance, and still more so do the worshippers of the impersonal Absolute. It is said that one result is obtained by worshipping the supreme cause of all causes, and then another result is obtained by worshipping what is not supreme. All this is heard from the undisturbed authorities who clearly explain it. One should know perfectly the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and his transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes, as well as the temporary material creation, with its temporary demigods, men, and animals. When one knows these, it surpasses death, and the ephemeral cosmic manifestation with it. And in the eternal kingdom of God, he enjoys his eternal life of bliss and knowledge. O my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulating principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun as am I. Let this temporary be burnt to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, O my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all of them. O my Lord, as powerful as fire, O omnipotent one, now I offer you all obeisances, falling on the ground at your feet. O my Lord, please lead me on the right path to reach you. And since you know all that I've done in the past, please free me from the reactions of my past sins, so there will be no hindrance to my progress. Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahima. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. Krishna, 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 hey. Krishna, hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. Krishna Keshava, Pahimam. 1, 2, three. Krishna! We're continuing our reading of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the book that saved the world. After instructing and pacifying all the demigods, as well as Bhumi, with sweet words, Lord Brahma, the father of all Prajapatis, or progenitors of the universal population, departed for his own abode, the highest material planet called Brahmaloka. The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Shurasena, was ruling over the country known as Mathura, wherein lies the city of Mathura, as well as the district known as Shurasena, which was named after him. There's a drone, sea drone. You play it. Little sea. It's technical, though. On account of the rule of King Shurasena, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of the Yadus. Which became the capital city? Correct. Mathura was also made the capital of the kings of the Yadu dynasty because the Yadus were a very pious family and knew that Mathura is the place where Lord Sri Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. Once upon a time, Vasudeva, the son of Shurasena, just after marrying Devaki, was going home in his chariot with his newly wedded wife. The father of Devaki, known as Devaka, had contributed a sufficient dowry because he was very affectionate toward his daughter. He had contributed hundreds of chariots completely decorated with gold equipment. At that time, Kamsa, the son of Ugrasena, in order to please his sister Devaki, had voluntarily taken the reins of the horses of Vasudeva's chariot and was driving. According to the custom of Vedic civilization, when a girl is married, the brother takes the sister and brother-in-law to their home. Because the newly married girl may feel too much separation from her father's family, the brother goes with her until she reaches her father-in-law's house. The full dowry contributed by Devaki was as follows. Now this will be on the quiz. Pay attention. 400 elephants fully decorated with golden garlands, 15,000 decorated horses, and 1,800 chariots. There's one that's a stringed instrument like a violin or something. He also arranged for 200 beautiful girls to follow his daughter. The Kshatriya system of marriage, still current in India, dictates that when a Kshatriya is married, a few dozen of the bride's young girlfriends, in addition to the bride, go to the house of the king. The followers of the queen are called maidservants, but actually they act as friends of the queen. This practice is prevalent from time immemorial, traceable at least to the time before the advent of Lord Krishna 5,000 years ago. So Vasudeva brought home another 200 beautiful girls along with his wife Devaki. While the bride and bridegroom were passing along on the chariot, there were different kinds of musical instruments playing to indicate the auspicious moment. There were conch shells, work with me, people. Bugles, drums and kettle drums. Combined together. They were vibrating a very nice concert. The procession was passing very pleasingly, and Kamsa was driving the chariot when suddenly there was a miraculous sound vibrated from the sky, which especially announced to Kamsa, "Kamsa! You are such a fool. You are driving the chariot of your sister and your brother-in-law, but you do not know that the eighth child of this sister will kill you." Kamsa was the son of Ugrasena of the Bhoja dynasty. It is said that Kamsa was the most demoniac of all the Bhoja kings. Immediately after hearing the prophecy from the sky, he caught hold of Devaki's hair and was just about to kill her with his sword. Vasudeva was astonished at Kamsa's behavior, and in order to pacify the cruel, shameless brother-in-law, he began to speak as follows with great reason and evidence. He said, "My dear brother-in-law, Kamsa, you are the most famous king of the Bhoja dynasty, and people know that you are the greatest warrior and a valiant king. How is it that you are so infuriated that you are prepared to kill a woman who is your own sister at this auspicious time of her marriage? Why should you be so much afraid of death? Death is already born along with your birth. From the very day that you took your birth, you began to die. Suppose you are 25 years old. That means you have already died 25 years. Every moment, every second, you are dying. Why then should you be so much afraid of death? Final death is inevitable. You may die either today or in 100 years. You cannot avoid death. Why should you be so much afraid? Actually, death means annihilation of the present body. As soon as the present body stops functioning and mixes with the 5 elements of material nature, the living entity within the body accepts another body according to his present actions and reactions. Verse. Give me 2 verses related to the last sentence. Dehino, I can't hear that. Can't we play it on the big speaker? Dehino sminyata dehe komaranya varam jara tata dehantara prapti dhirastatra namuyate. Another one. The living entity within the body accepts another body according to his present actions and reactions. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tatatyante kalevaram tam tam evaite konteya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. It is just like when a man walks on the street. He puts forward his foot, and when he is confident that his foot is situated on sound ground, he lifts the other foot. In this way, one after another, the bodies change and the soul transmigrates. See how the plant worm changes from one twig to another so carefully. Similarly, the living entity changes his body as soon as the higher authorities decide on his next body. Verse. Karmana dayavanitrena janturdeho papataye striham pravishta udaram pumsoreta kanashrayaha. Similarly, the living entity changes his body as soon as the higher authorities decide on his next body. As long as a living entity is conditioned within this material world, he must take material bodies one after another. His next particular body is offered by the laws of nature according to the actions and reactions of this body, actions and reactions of this life. This body is exactly like one of the bodies which we always see in dreams. During our dream of sleep, we create so many bodies according to mental creation. We have seen gold and we have also seen a mountain. So in a dream, we can see a golden mountain by combining the 2 ideas. Sometimes in dreams, we see that we have a body which is flying in the sky. And at that time, we completely forget our present body. Similarly, these bodies are changing. When you have one body, you forget the past body. During a dream, we may make contact with many new kinds of bodies. But when we are awake, we forget them all. And actually, these material bodies are the creations of our mental activities. But at the present moment, we do not recollect our past bodies. The nature of the mind is flickering. Sometimes it accepts something and immediately it rejects the same thing. Accepting and rejecting is the process of the mind in contact with the 5 objects of sense gratification: form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. In its speculative way, the mind comes in touch with the objects of sense gratification, and when the living entity desires a particular type of body, he gets it. Therefore, the body is an offering by the laws of material nature. The living entity accepts the body and comes out again into the material world to enjoy or suffer according to the construction of the body. Unless we have a particular type of body, we cannot enjoy or suffer according to our mental proclivities inherited from the previous life. The particular type of body is actually offered to us according to our mental condition at the time of death. Verses. Shariram yadavapnoti yachchapyukramatishvaraha Prahitvaitani samyati vayorgandam ivashaya Ukramantam stitam vapi bunjanam vagunanvitam Vimudhananu pashanti ganachakshushaha Yatanto yoginas chainam pashyantyatmanyavastitam Yatanto pyakritatmano Nainam pashyantya chetasaha. The luminous planets like the sun, moon, or stars. Where was I? Yeah. Reflect themselves in different types of reservoirs like water, oil, or ghee. The reflection moves according to the movement of the reservoir. The reflection of the moon is on the water, and the moving water makes the moon also appear to be moving. But actually the moon is not moving. Similarly, by mental concoction, by what? The living entity attains different kinds of bodies, although actually he has no connection with such bodies. But on account of illusion, being enchanted by the influence of Maya, the living entity thinks that he belongs to a particular type of body. That is the way of conditioned life. Suppose the living entity is now in a human form of body. He thinks that he belongs to the human community, or a particular country, or a particular place. He identifies himself in that way and unnecessarily prepares for another body, which is not required by him. Such desires and mental concoctions are the cause of different types of bodies. The covering influence of material nature is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in whatever body he gets, and he identifies with that body with great pleasure. Therefore, I beg to request you not to be overwhelmed by the dictation of your mind and body. Game time. Brought to you by our sponsor today. That is the cleaning crew of ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Haribo!
Hare Krishna. Okay, who's ready to play a game? I didn't really hear anyone. Can we be a little bit louder? Okay. We listened to you, and today we're going to have a brand new game, and it's called Piece It Together. And yeah. I'm going to explain the objective of the game a bit. So we're going to give you a prompt, and with the prompt, we will have different items that will be unscrambled, and the goal of the game is to piece it together from ascending order of what happened first and then last. For example, a prompt could be put Krishna's avatars in order, and you would put whoever came first to the most recent one. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
What do we win?
Knowledge? Applause. You'll get an applause if you get it right.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Okay, perfect. And we'll have different levels. And first level, we'll have an easy question, and we'll pick one person. So we can get started. Just the next slide. Okay, our first volunteer is Anbaya.
She won already. She got an applause just for just playing.
Okay, the first prompt. Krishna's residence in chronological order. Your options are on the screen.
Don't say it out loud. Let her guess it.
Gokula, Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka.
Okay, close. Okay, and that's correct. Did everyone applause? Can we hear it? Okay.
So we wrote Mathura first because that was where he was born, but we'll still count that answer because he live a portion of his life in Mathura after Vrindavan as well. So that answer counts.
Okay, next volunteer. Another easy question. Anyone? Akshunitai. Akshunitai. All right, so our next question has to do with demons killed by Krishna, and you have to list them in the order in which he killed them. Shh.
Putana, Trinavarta, Aghasur, Bakasur, and Keshi.
Almost correct, but you switched two of them. Anyone else? Mataji. Here.
We can say it again.
It's Putana, Trinavarta, Bakasura, Aghasura, Keshi.
That is correct. Haribo.
All right, who is our next volunteer? What's Vivan? Okay. Oh, Rian. Are you ready for your question? Okay.
He's ready. He was born ready.
He was born ready. Okay. Damodar Leela pastimes in order, and your options are on this screen. Go. You can think about it if you'd like.
First, Krishna breaks the pot of butter. Then Mother Yashoda chases Krishna with a stick. Then Mother Yashoda catches Krishna. Then Mother Yashoda tries to bind Krishna's hand. Then Krishna surrenders to his mother's love, and then Krishna frees the Arjuna.
That was amazing.
That was pretty good.
Any other volunteer for easy questions? Bhakti raised her hand first. So. Okay, next. These are events in the temple morning program, and you have to list them in order.
First it's Mangalarti. Then it's Japa. Tulsi Puja. Darshanarti in Bhagavatam class.
Almost. Any of your friends know Braja?
It's Mangalarti, Tulsi Puja, Japa, Darshanarti in Bhagavatam class.
Haribo.
Okay, we have one more easy question, or two more. Tulsi. Okay. So So your prompt is lines from Bhagavad Gita 9.26. So you'll start. Yeah.
That's easy, right?
Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakti prayachati tadatham bhakti upratam ashnami param manaha.
Okay, this is our last easy question. Aradhya. List the rasas in descending order. So topmost to bottom. You can phone a friend if you want.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
No, yes. Wait, what? Madhurya. Stop it. Madhurya Rasa. Vatsalya Rasa. Sakya Rasa. Dasya Rasa and Shanta Rasa.
Okay, medium category. Nayana Manjari.
Okay, things are getting real now. Are you ready? Okay. Arti in order.
Oh.
From what happens first to last.
Water.
You have the option to phone a friend or a trusted adult. And you phoned Mother Iseki.
Incense. Lamp. And
That was incense and then lamp.
water.
Water, argya.
Cloth.
Cloth, correct.
Flowers.
Flowers.
Chamra. And then fan.
Ariba! That was correct.
One medium question. Giridhari. Oh. Okay. Question. Mahaprabhu's pastimes in order in which they occurred.
Okay. The first one is visiting Vrindavan. The first one is visiting Vrindavan. The second one is the South India tour. The third one is cleaning of the Gundisha temple. And then the fourth one is dancing at Rath Yatra.
Try again.
This is based on the Madhya Leela of the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Sriji Priyamataji has volunteered. How do you
South India tour, cleaning of Gundicha temple, dancing at Rath Yatra, visiting Vrindavan.
Correct.
I hope Adhiraj hasn't given you the answers before. I'm kidding. All right. Who's going to be our next volunteer? Ramani? Or? She said first. Okay. Ramani, do you want to pair with a friend or an adult? Or Mukarvinda Prabhu? Do you want to help her? Okay.
Give the mic to Mukarvan.
Okay, Mukarvan the Prabhu is next. We have stages of bhakti.
Shraddha, sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya, nishtha. Sorry, Shraddha, very Shraddha. Yeah, Shraddha, sadhu sangha, bhajan kriya, anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti and prem. Sorry, bhav and prem. Ruchi, asakti, bhav, prem.
Correct. We've switched it on the slides, but you've helped us correct. Thank you.
More medium questions. I see the older people in the room are shying away from the questions. Brodras. List the yoga ladder steps in descending order.
Okay. Karma Kanda, Karma Yoga. Let me think. It's descending. Descending. Okay.
Descending.
Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Karma Kanda. No. Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Kanda.
Yes.
Sorry, Karma Yoga, Karma Kanda.
Haribo! So we're going to start showing the questions before, so you know the question, then you can volunteer, okay? Haribo. Hierarchy of the Dhams. Arman!
Janito Varamarupuri Vijatsotsavan Rindaranya Mudarapani Ramanata Trafigo Vardanaha Radha Kunda Mihapi Gokulapate Premamrita Lavana Guryarasya Virajato Giridate Sevam Vivekinakaha.
First is Radhakund, because that's where the ambrosial nectar, nectar.
Our man.
Then we have Govardhan Hill, because Krishna lifted it with his finger.
Mm.
Then we have Vrindavan, because it was the place where Krishna's Rasalila pastimes happened. Then we have Mathura, because it was Krishna's birthplace. And then we have Vaikuntha.
Haribo! Arman gets bonus points for explanations for each of the places. Next question. We're going to the hard level now. Ooh. First question.
Okay, by popular demand, Sajindra Krishna Prabhu. Your prompt is Prabhupada's pastimes in order.
Pass it. Just pass it. Just pass.
Okay,
Okay, Srila Prabhupada's pastimes in order. Worked in pharmaceutical lab. Wrote the first Back to Godhead magazine. Established ISKCON. Oh, I'm sorry. No, hold on. Redo.
Is mine.
Worked in pharmaceutical lab, wrote the first Back to Godhead magazine, went to America on the Jaladuta, established ISKCON, finished translations.
Haribo! Our next hard question is a long one, but if you know it, please volunteer. These are random names picked from our sampradaya, and you have to put them in order.
It's from ascending order or descending order?
Keep the mic close so we can hear you.
First to
First, what came first to?
okay. Narada. Padmanabha. Malini Mataji helped me with this. Ishwarapuri. Dayanidhi. Narada, Padmanabha, Dayanidhi. Ishwarapuri. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Eva! That was awesome. Right. Our next heart prompt is order of devotional engagement directly from 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and it's in descending order. Any volunteers? Aname.
Fix your mind upon Krishna, work for Krishna, cultivate knowledge, follow the regulator principles.
You're close. You're close. The first one was correct as a hint.
Okay.
Fixed your mind.
Oh, fix your mind upon Krishna, cultivate knowledge, work for Krishna, follow the regulator principles.
Still close.
Oh. Fix your mind upon Krishna, cultivate knowledge, follow the regulator principles, work for Krishna.
Very close. But would you like to phone a friend or a trusted adult?
All right. So,
Okay, Aditya.
fix your mind upon Krishna, cultivate knowledge, follow the regulative principles, and work.
We have to stop you right there. The first one was correct.
So, fix your mind upon Krishna.
Second one you might want to look into.
Follow the regulative principles.
Yes.
Cultivate knowledge. The work of Krishna, then cultivate knowledge.
Other way.
First two were correct. You've got only one option, go.
Fix your mind upon Krishna. Follow the regulative principles. Work for Krishna. And then cultivate knowledge.
Aribo! Does anybody want to volunteer to explain that order? Do we have any brave soul here? Marge, would you like to explain that?
Krishna says the perfection is always think of me, keep your mind fixed on me. If you can't do that, then follow the regulative principles so that you can come to that point. If you can't do that, it's missing one. But he says, then just work for me, because by working for me, then you'll come into knowledge of me and you'll be able to think of me. If you can't do that, Krishna gives many other options at the end, including cultivating knowledge or performing meditation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, these are the names of the chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, and you have to list them in order from the first chapters to the last chapters.
Alalanath, Prabhu.
Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Attaining the Supreme, Devotional Service, the Yoga of the Supreme Person, and Divisions of Faith.
We can tell you've been reading the Gita. Thank you.
Now
Our last
super hard. Now put super hard.
super hard question.
Oh.
This is your last chance to volunteer.
She can do it.
Raja is raising her hand.
Okay. Maybe she knows it. I don't know.
You can choose to team up with an adult if you would like.
Mataji, would you like to team up? Raja, go.
Also, if you guys are confused about where is Bishi Kishana, he's the one who imitated as he had mystic powers. So he said that he was Vishnu, and then Bhaktivinoda Thakur defeated him, arrested him.
Goes to college, and then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is born, and then punishes Bishi Krishna for deception, and given the title Bhakti Vinod, takes the dress of a renounced Vaishnava and retires and goes to to live in Sarbikunj.
Very close, very close. You switched two in the beginning and then two in the end as a hint. Any
Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is born, and then he goes to college.
the goes to college is first.
So he goes
Anybody
to
wanna-
college, and then wait.
I think some.
He goes to college, punishes Bishi Krishna for deception. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is born. Given the title Bhakti Vinoda, retires and goes. Takes the dress, retires and goes to live in Sarbikunj, and takes the dress of a renounced Vaishnava.
Rainbow! That's correct.
Yeah, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he goes to Calcutta University in 1856, and then he punishes the imitator, and he actually arrests him. And Bishi Krishna was a mystic yogi, so he kind of makes Bhaktivinoda Thakur's family fall ill, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur doesn't give up and he arrests him, and then Bishi Krishna doesn't eat for 21 days and he leaves his body. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is born in 1874, February 6th, I believe. And then he's given the title Bhakti Vinod by the Sri Gaudiya Goswami Sangha in 1885. And then he retires and goes to live in Surabhi Kunj in 1894, and then takes the dress of a renounced Vaishnava to practice Krishna consciousness in a secluded place and by himself. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Namo Namo Tulsi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Abhilashi Namo Namo Tulsi Krishna Jito Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Gopala Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare Radhe Govinda Radhe Gopala Radha Mohan Radha Madhava Radha Bhakti Hari Radha Damodara
Radha Giridhari,
Radha Giridhari
Radha Gokul Nandan,
Gokulananda
Radha Gopinatha,
Radha Gopinatha
Radha Gopi Vallabha,
Radha Gopi Ballava
Radha Shishor Gopi
Radha Krishna Gopina
Radha Kunja Bihari,
Radha Kunja Bihari
Radha Londonishwara,
Radha Landaneshwara
Gandharika Giridhari
Gandharvika Giridhari
Radha Lila Madhava
Radha Nila Madhava Radha Perishishwara Radha Parthasarthi Radha Radhanatha Radha Ramana Radha Rasbihari Radha Shamasundar Radha Vrindavan Chandra
Rukmini Dwarkadish
Rukmini Dwarkadish Kishore Kishori
Radha Govinda
Radha Govinda Radha Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare Bhajare Hey Radha Govinda Gopala Hare I Jai Shri Bhagavana Ko Mere Parambar Pranam I Jai Shri Jnana Shyama Ko Mere Parambar Pranam Jnana Shyama Ko Mere Parambar Pranam Go Premanande Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jai Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Gaura Premanande. Have you noticed that while we weren't looking, our community expanded? Now there's something going on 24/7 everywhere. We can expect change always. What remains the same is the continuous process of chanting Hare Krishna together and hearing and chanting. So let's take a minute to share some observations. It's a tight-knit community. We'd all like to know how we're doing together, any realizations you're having, and sharing means caring. According to the Salvation Army. Yes. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, say shh. That includes babies under 3 years old. Okay, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for that ecstatic kirtan. I was just reflecting yesterday. I was out with the youth on Sankirtan, and this month is Rath Yatra month. Everyone's gearing up for that in Jagannath Puri. And just seeing the devotees go out, especially yourself, Maharaj, it reminded me of the mood of Rath Yatra, which Jagannath is going out from the temple outside to show everyone that, hey, I'm here, and give out his mercy. And it's just like everyone yesterday was going out on Sankirtan. And even if they weren't out on Sankirtan, they were somehow a part of it, like Hansapriya Mataji cooking such wonderful prasad. So all the devotees should go out and distribute this. So I was just thinking, like, it is so much in the mood of Jagannath Rath Yatra. And I was just really appreciating that. And you yourself coming out, Maharaj, was really an inspiration. Thank you so much.
Haribol. Well, one thing's for sure, you can't have any more fun than going on book distribution. It's not possible. Okay, what else? What are you thinking, feeling, realizing? Manya.
Hare Krishna. While I was walking to the temple today, I saw this girl walked by, and I just said, I love your dress. And because I was just, I was just happy. I was like, oh, I love your dress. And she took the time to stop, and she looked at my tilak, and she told me, I love your makeup thing. I don't know what it is, but it's so nice. And I just walked by, and I felt so much happier. And I realized that going on book distribution and trying to share this knowledge, it really opened my heart to appreciating other people, even if it's just one compliment. And I felt like it was such a sweet exchange, even though it was just on the way. Just appreciating it.
Brajaras.
The past few weeks, I've been listening to a lot of different types of speakers that have come here and then also in other places. And something that I was reflecting on was the power of the holy name, especially when Indradumna Maharaj had come. He would, every time he'd stress a lot that the holy name is Krishna's form in this yuga. And in New York, all the kirtans and all the Harinam kirtans and so on, everyone was constantly mentioning how this holy name is the Yuga Dharma. It's so powerful. It holds Krishna himself. And I just found that really amazing, this kind of meditation where like really Krishna is really here. And I don't think it struck me like it did like it has in the past month. And so found that very special, that we live in this age where Krishna has come himself as Harinam Prabhu, as you mentioned. And so whenever you say Harinam Prabhu ki jai, now I think of that.
I was appreciating when many of you came to New York City, and then we were doing the same thing there, but it's just a different flavor. How nice it is to mix it up. We go on Yatra, we chant Hare Krishna, distribute books. Go to New York, chant Hare Krishna, distribute books. It never gets old. And going to different venues when there's different mixtures of people, experiencing the East Coast style of Krishna consciousness, and also watching the energies of the world work. New York's a little different than Silicon Valley. New York is Calcutta, and Los Angeles is Mumbai. And you can just see the different energies around the world. And it's always also, I appreciate how when everyone gets to travel and go different places, you make new friendships, you learn things. And we also appreciate our own community as well. Some things I always appreciate when I travel are the sound system here. I take it for granted. A lot of the things that we've worked to incrementally improve over the years, and they'll go somewhere else and I go, okay, microphone. They'll go, microphone? What? And it's easy to take things for granted when you're in one place, but when you travel around it, you see it. Plus, you also see things people are doing better. And you find superior Vaishnavas. When I was in Bulgaria, one day, we all went out for a monthly Sankirtan festival. Everyone was excited to go out. And we had a Harinam Kirtan in this plaza, right near where Stalin used to have his buildings. It's funny because the communism was ingrained there, and then you can still see the architecture. It's very drab. It left an impression. And then the Harinam is there, still going on, and the book distribution and so forth. Someone called me over and they said, oh yeah, there was a young woman there. Not much more than a girl, but they said, oh yeah, she knows the whole Bhagavad Gita. I said, really? And tell me a few verses. And I mean, she was shy, but then as I talked to her more, I could ascertain that she knew the whole Bhagavad Gita. And that turned out she knows the whole Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram, the Purushukta, and many other things. And later that day, I was talking to her, actually took a video of her, just interviewed her a little bit. She said she had been attracted from the time she was a kid. She's Bulgarian, but she was somehow attracted to Vedic culture, couldn't stop listening to it, and all of it just goes easily into her head, and she just remembers it all. And in traveling, meeting people, extraordinary, all of them extraordinary in some way, just reminded me of the various opulences of Krishna exhibited through his devotees. And always appreciate as well in different cultures, people have the same reactions. At first, when I go to another country, people speak a different language. I think, oh, well, they're very different. But then I realized Krishna consciousness is the great equalizer. The same characters that I see everywhere are there in the other places. The one who's enthusiastically cleaning the temple behind the scenes, the great kirtaniyas, the leaders, and so forth. And they're all Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness, the great equalizer. We'll take two more. Sharing means caring. share your thoughts, realizations. Yes, Radha Kripa, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Today my friend who is actually also from, incidentally from the same place which I am, from Himachal, he brought his parents, and when I met and talked to them, they are also into Krishna consciousness. When I asked him, see, how was your experience, do you like here in America? He said, I was really concerned whether I should come here or not. And he said, after I visited the temple, all my doubts, I'm so happy by seeing the community. And he said, I'm not able to still comprehend, how come Prabhupada has done this magic, and he could see with his own eyes that so many people are happily doing Krishna consciousness here in America, that too in a Bay Area. And he was so appreciative of Prabhupada. And he said, how could that Prabhupada energy still being so active? And after talking to him, I felt like, we are so lucky that, same message from Prabhupada through his disciples, we were able to feel and connect that one. And when that's such impression which he got it after we are taking prasadam outside, I felt like, the community which we have built, it is a sheer blessings. And that impression encourages. He said, I'm going to tell when I go back to India, there's all these stories which I'm seeing and hearing here. So it's very sweet feeling about the whole the community feeling, which impression which he got. Just thought to share it.
Last word. Who gets it? Yes. Okay, 1, 2.
Last week I got the great fortune of going to 26 2nd Avenue, the place where it all began. And it was very emotional for me because Prabhupada changed my life when I first read his books and first read the short version of Leelamrita, Your Ever Well-Wisher. And I was having that desire since then to go to those places and see where Prabhupada had struggled. And, every day he was thinking of going back, but still he persisted. And when he finally established the International Society of Krishna Consciousness in that very place, all that emotional feelings that were pent up actually just came back as a flashback last week. And I was very grateful to Prabhupada and to Lord Chaitanya for empowering him and for all his disciples who are now carrying on his legacy, and then the disciples, and so many more. And how His Holiness Radha Swami, he was telling that, can you imagine the entire society as we have today fitting into this 26 2nd Avenue? This is where it all began. This is where it's all started, and it expanded into what it is today. So it just gave me that feeling that we are very fortunate. Looking at the same streets where Prabhupada has walked, the Bauri, and there was no, there's no possibility. It has to be some divine intervention. There's no other way that could have happened. So I was feeling very grateful for that.
And now, because there was a tie in raising your hands, and we really want to hear what Madhuri Saki has to say after being in London all this time and finally coming back. Yay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. There was a retreat that I got to attend, the Rise retreat in the UK, and Kripa Moy Prabhu in one of his classes in the morning was saying that every 10 years you change as a person. So every few years you need a new reason to be Krishna consciousness, or to be Krishna conscious and find it engaging for yourself. And the past 6 months looking back, one of the biggest realizations I took away was that the people around me really kind of shaped me into who I am and who I will be. And I was especially feeling grateful to a lot of devotees leaving the UK for making it a second home for me. And then also coming back here, I've been so appreciative of everything that I was missing for the past 6 months. And in a blink of an eye, it just feels like there's so many new babies, so many new people. And it really showed me, like, when I was here before, maybe I didn't take the time to have conversations with a lot of devotees. It would just be a simple hi, bye, passerby kind of interaction. But now that I'm back, it showed me what I took for granted. And I'm so happy to see all new faces, old faces, and kind of restore that friendship and connection.
Did you say high five passerby? Oh, hi bye. Okay, hi bye passerby. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmana Shringadev. If you so desire, please instill gratitude in our hearts for all that you've given us, for all that we have in the association here at ISV, which is abundant, for all the service that you're giving us, which is unlimited. Please give us intelligence to take advantage of everything that we have and to give it to as many people as possible. Please let us overflow the banks of blissful devotional service here in the Bay Area so that we see a market change. People can chant, dance, take prasadam together all over the Bay Area, have unlimited opportunities in every section of this region. Thank you for considering our requests. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please unmute and say Hare Krishna. Vanchakalptarusha, Kripasinabhevasha, Patitanam, Pavanabhyo, Vaishnavim.